It was a crisp, cool morning in the heart of the bustling city. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee wafted through the air as people hurried along the sidewalks, eager to start their day. At the corner of Elm Street stood a quaint little coffee shop, Beans and Brews, known for its cozy atmosphere and friendly staff. Amelia, a young barista with a warm smile and a heart full of compassion, worked the morning shift. She loved her job, not just for the free coffee, but for the opportunity to interact with people from all walks of life. She believed that a kind word and a hot cup of coffee could make anyone's day a little brighter. As the morning rush began, Amelia noticed a regular customer, Mr. Thompson, an elderly man with a kind face and gentle demeanor. He always ordered the same thing, a plain black coffee and a blueberry muffin. Today, however, he seemed different. His usual bright eyes were downcast, and his hands trembled as he reached for his wallet. "Good morning, Mr. Thompson." "The usual?" Amelia asked with her cheerful tone, hoping to lift his spirits. Mr. Thompson gave a weak smile and nodded. "Yes, please. But, I might need to put the muffin back today," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. Amelia's heart sank. She knew Mr. Thompson lived on a fixed income, and it pained her to see him struggling. Without hesitation, she decided to cover the cost of the muffin herself. "No worries, Mr. Thompson. This one's on me. Enjoy your breakfast," she said with a wink. Mr. Thompson's eyes filled with gratitude as he accepted the muffin. "Thank you, Amelia. You have no idea how much this means to me," he said, his voice breaking. As the morning continued, Amelia couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. She made a mental note to check on Mr. Thompson later, hoping to understand the situation better. A few hours later, during a brief lull in customers, Amelia spotted a middle-aged man in a worn-out suit sitting alone at a corner table. He was nursing a cup of coffee and staring intently at his laptop screen. Intrigued, Amelia approached him. "Everything all right, sir? Can I get you anything else?" she asked, genuinely concerned. The man looked up, startled. "Oh, no. Thank you. I'm fine," he replied, his eyes returning to the screen. Amelia noticed the man seemed anxious, and she couldn't help but wonder what was troubling him. "If you need anything, just let me know. I'm here to help," she said with a reassuring smile before returning to her duties. As the day went on, Amelia continued to serve customers with her usual enthusiasm, but her thoughts kept drifting back to Mr. Thompson and the man in the suit. She couldn't help but feel a connection to them, as if their struggles were somehow intertwined with her own. Later that afternoon, Mr. Thompson returned to the coffee shop, this time with a young boy in tow. The boy, who looked to be about 8 years old, had bright eyes and a shy smile. Amelia recognized him as Mr. Thompson's grandson, Jake. "Hi, Jake. It's good to see you again," Amelia greeted the boy warmly. "What can I get for you both today?" Mr. Thompson hesitated for a moment before answering. "Just a coffee for me and a hot chocolate for Jake, please." Amelia quickly prepared their drinks and handed them over with a smile. "Enjoy, you too," she said, her heart heavy with concern. As Mr. Thompson and Jake found a seat, the man in the suit from earlier stood up and approached the counter. Amelia noticed the tension in his shoulders and the worry etched on his face. "Excuse me, miss," he said, his voice trembling. "I couldn't help but overhear earlier. That elderly man, does he come here often?" Amelia nodded, unsure of where this conversation was headed. "Yes, that's Mr. Thompson. He's a regular here. Why do you ask?" The man sighed, running a hand through his disheveled hair. "I'm David, and I'm a social worker. I've been trying to locate Mr. Thompson for weeks. His living situation is dire, and he's been avoiding my calls. I had no idea he frequented this place." Amelia's heart raced as she processed the information. "Is there anything I can do to help?" she asked, her voice filled with determination. David looked at her gratefully. "Actually, yes. If you could just keep an eye on him and let me know if he comes in regularly, it would make a world of difference. I want to make sure he gets the help he needs." Amelia agreed to help David keep an eye on Mr. Thompson. She promised to notify him if anything seemed amiss. Over the next few weeks, Mr. Thompson continued to visit Beans and Brews, often accompanied by his grandson, Jake. Amelia made it a point to engage them in conversation and ensure they were taken care of. One chilly afternoon, Mr. Thompson entered the coffee shop looking more frail and tired than usual. Amelia's heart ached as she prepared his usual order. She handed him the coffee and muffin, noticing the dark circles under his eyes. "Mr. Thompson, are you feeling okay?" Amelia asked gently. He sighed, a weary smile playing on his lips. "Just a bit tired, dear. It's been a tough few weeks." Amelia's concern deepened. She decided it was time to inform David about Mr. Thompson's condition. After her shift, she called David and explained the situation. David assured her he would visit Mr. Thompson at home to assess his needs. A few days later, David returned to Beans and Brews with a determined look on his face. He approached Amelia at the counter. "Thank you for keeping me updated, Amelia. I visited Mr. Thompson, and it turns out he's been struggling more than we thought. His home needs repairs, and he hasn't been able to afford proper medical care. We're working on getting him the support he needs, but it's going to take some time," David explained. Amelia felt a mix of relief and sadness. She wished there was more she could do to help Mr. Thompson in the meantime. As the days went by, she continued to check on him and offer a listening ear. One sunny morning, as Amelia was setting up the coffee shop, she noticed a man in a suit standing outside, looking hesitant. Recognizing him as the anxious customer from a few weeks ago, she invited him in. "Good morning. How can I help you today?" Amelia greeted him with a smile. The man hesitated before speaking. "Actually, I'm here to see Mr. Thompson. I heard he's a regular here, and I wanted to offer my help." Amelia was taken aback. "You know Mr. Thompson?" The man nodded. "Yes, my name is Robert. I'm a lawyer, and Mr. Thompson was a close friend of my late father's. He used to help my family out a lot when I was a kid. I found out he's been struggling, and I want to return the favor." Amelia felt a surge of hope. "That's wonderful, Robert. He's actually here right now, having his morning coffee. Why don't you join him?" Robert agreed and approached Mr. Thompson's table. Amelia watched from a distance as the two men engaged in an animated conversation. She could see the relief and gratitude on Mr. Thompson's face as Robert offered his assistance. Over the next few weeks, Robert worked tirelessly to help Mr. Thompson. He arranged for repairs to be made to his home, secured medical care, and even set up a trust fund to ensure his financial stability. Amelia was overjoyed to see the positive impact on Mr. Thompson's life. One afternoon, as Mr. Thompson and Jake were leaving the coffee shop, Mr. Thompson paused at the counter. He looked at Amelia with tears in his eyes. "Amelia, I don't know how to thank you. Your kindness and support have changed my life. I never thought I'd see the day when things would get better, but you made it happen," he said, his voice trembling. Amelia's heart swelled with emotion. "It was a team effort, Mr. Thompson. I'm just glad I could help in any way I could." Mr. Thompson smiled and handed her a small, worn-out notebook. "This is for you. It's my way of saying thank you. Curious." Amelia accepted the notebook and flipped through its pages. It was filled with Mr. Thompson's handwritten stories and poems, each one brimming with wisdom and heartfelt emotion. She felt honored to receive such a precious gift. As Mr. Thompson and Jake left the coffee shop, Amelia couldn't help but feel a sense of fulfillment. She had made a difference in someone's life, and that was the most rewarding feeling of all. A few days later, David returned to Beans and Brews with some exciting news. "Amelia, I've been in touch with several organizations, and we're launching a community support program inspired by your efforts to help Mr. Thompson. We'll be providing assistance to those in need and ensuring no one falls through the cracks," he said with a proud smile. Amelia was thrilled. "That's amazing, David. I'm so glad. We can make a bigger impact together." David nodded. "It all started with your kindness, Amelia. You've shown us what it means to truly care for others. As the community support program took off, Amelia continued to serve her customers with warmth and compassion. She knew that every small act of kindness could create a ripple effect, touching the lives of many. Imagine finding yourself in a situation where you have the power to change someone's life with a small act of kindness. What would you do? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know how you would handle such a scenario. Your insights could inspire others to take action and make a difference in their own communities. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more heartwarming stories and inspiring moments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.